Stranger Things is a sci-fi horror series created by the Duffer Brothers that premiered on Netflix in 2016. The story is set in the 1980s in the small town of Hawkins, Indiana, and revolves around a group of friends, including Mike, Dustin, Lucas, and Will. The first season begins with the disappearance of Will, which sets off a chain of events that leads to the discovery of a mysterious girl named Eleven, who has escaped from Hawkins National Laboratory. Eleven possesses telekinetic powers and helps the boys in their search for Will, leading them to discover a parallel dimension called the Upside Down. As the seasons progress, the group faces new challenges and battles against supernatural entities from the Upside Down, including the Mind Flayer, a powerful and malevolent being. Alongside the kids, adults such as Joyce Byers, Jim Hopper, and Nancy Wheeler work to uncover the truth about the strange occurrences in Hawkins, often putting themselves in danger. The show combines elements of horror, science fiction, and 80s nostalgia, drawing on classic movies and pop culture from the time period. It has become a cultural phenomenon, with a dedicated fan base and critical acclaim. The first season of Stranger Things introduces us to the group of friends and their families. After Will disappears, the boys encounter Eleven, who has escaped from a government laboratory where she was being used for experiments. Eleven possesses telekinetic powers, which she uses to help the boys search for Will. Meanwhile, Joyce Byers, Will's mother, becomes increasingly convinced that her son is still alive and communicating with her through electrical devices. Police Chief Jim Hopper becomes involved in the investigation and eventually discovers the Upside Down, a parallel dimension where a monster is holding Will captive. In the second season, the group faces a new threat in the form of the Mind Flayer, a powerful and malevolent entity from the Upside Down that seeks to invade and destroy our world. Will begins to experience visions of the Upside Down, and the group must work to stop the Mind Flayer from taking over Hawkins. The third season sees the group face new challenges as they confront the Russian government, who have set up a secret base in Hawkins to access the Upside Down. They must also face the Mind Flayer once again, which has possessed Billy, Max's older brother, and is using him as a vessel to carry out its plans. Throughout the series, we see the group of friends bond and support each other through their various struggles. Along the way, they also encounter new characters, such as Max and her older brother Billy, who add to the show's dynamic. The show draws heavily on 80s pop culture and horror movies, creating a nostalgic feel for viewers who grew up during that era. The use of practical effects and suspenseful storytelling also adds to the show's charm and intensity. Stranger Things has become a cultural phenomenon, with a dedicated fan base and critical acclaim. The show has received numerous awards and nominations, including 31 Emmy nominations and 6 wins. The talented cast, including Millie Bobby Brown, Finn Wolfhard, David Harbour, and Winona Ryder, have all received praise for their performances. In conclusion, Stranger Things is a unique and captivating series that combines elements of horror, sci-fi, and 80s nostalgia. The show's talented cast, suspenseful storytelling, and nods to classic movies and pop culture have made it a fan favorite and critical darling.